Koji, can you tell us a little bit about where you're from?
Yes, I'm from Japan, but my mother is from Japan and my father is from Sri Lanka. I'm from Tokyo, which is the central Japan, but Japan is pretty small country, so that there's no difference than US, like southern and northern part. Everyone will speak same language, Japanese, and we have only one race, Japanese. So yes, I am from Tokyo, but 4 years ago I moved to Fukuoka, which is western, west south part. Yes.
Tell us some examples of like popular clothing or food or anything from your area.
In Fukuoka, we have ramen, which is noodles. Our ramen is pretty delicious. I don't know you heard Ippudo or not, but Ippudo or Ichiran recently in New York, that kind of restaurant started, and it's really popular recently.
Oh yeah, ramen noodles. We couldn't relate to anything more in our lives.
Yes, we love ramen noodles. What we should never do if we visit this group.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, I will recommend you guys to speak really polite when you talk with elderly people, or yes.
What do people in this group who are your age do for entertainment?
In our university in Fukuoka, we do have a school festival. In school festival, we have social group as well as here, and each social group would dance for that festival, even though people have never danced before. People practice and show people.
Awesome.
Twerp, anybody?
Is it similar to Tiger Tunes at all?
Some social club is similar to Tiger Tunes, but some club is dancing more hip hop or break dance.
Yeah.
Breaking dance is more modern style.
Yeah. Sweet.
That's awesome.
So cool.
Can you describe a typical day in the life of the people where you're from?
My father is doing trading between Japan and Sri Lanka. So he have his company. So I don't know it's typical Japanese company style or not, but he always working literally like 24 hours to find some connection.
Wow.
To sell Sri Lankan products or Japanese products. So for him, the job is 24 hours.
Wow.
Yes.
That's
And
crazy.
My mom is working in the clothing company from 9 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Yes.
It's a long work day.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in Japan, are there certain clothing styles that are different than America?
Well, yesterday I was in New York, and in Japan the fashion style is more like New York.
Okay.
Yes.
So
In southern in around here, I think people wear like shorts, the t-shirt and the shorts. But in Japan, like people really care about what you look like, and their friends will mention about your fashion. So you always have to care about fashion.
Is it important to fit in to society?
Yes.
So, what if I wanted to dress differently than everybody else?
Yes.
Would that be okay in Japan or no?
It will be okay, but maybe a person will feel awkward because Japanese culture is more like organized. So people follow the same way. So if you do the wrong things, different things, you'll be really standing out. But typical Japanese will not do like wrong things. They always want to do same things. A long time ago, we borrowed the Chinese. We borrowed Chinese language, but at that point, we changed the Chinese language and developed own way, and then we make our language. So, but our language comes from Chinese, but we developed own way.
Okay.
Give us like a couple, like a sentence or two in like the Japanese language.
Okay. 私はバブテスト大学、早稲田バブテスト大学に、行っています。Which means I go to Washita Baptist University. Chinese has many kanji, many characters, but we have really simple words instead of kanji, so that it's easy to understand. Okay. It's easier to understand.
What is the language of Sri Lanka?
In Sri Lanka, we have Sinhalese. We have two races in Sri Lanka. One is Tamil, comes from India because of British, and another race is Sinhala, which is my race, my father's race. Yes, so we have two languages, Tamil and Sinhalese.
What about some of the belief systems?
In Sri Lanka, you mean the religion, right?
Yes.
In Sri Lanka, we believe Buddhism. Buddhism is really pure in Sri Lanka. But in India, there are a lot of religion, so that the Buddhism is almost disappeared. But in Sri Lanka, we still have Buddhism, and it's called the purest Buddhism in the world.
So what about Japan? What?
We also believe Buddhism, but our Buddhism is kind of mixed with Chinese religion. That mixed version of Japanese religion is I forgot.
Like Shinto? Shintoism.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
But I asked my mom, are we Shinto or not? But she was not sure. So many people doesn't have specific religion in Japan.
Yes, that works. Oh man.
Okay.
So like in America, we really value like hard work and success and things
Yes.
like that.
We also, it is really important to be success and hard work. And recently I realized that in Japan, we tend to compete with others. But I think in US, I think people are more doing by yourself, not compete, but do what you have to do. As I told you, in Japan is organized country, and we want to do same thing with others. It's more comfortable for people in Japan. Yeah.
Japan is a very homologous culture. 1.2% of their 120 million people are Christian. with 0.03% being evangelical. There's also a smaller subgroup called the Barukaman people, who are considered outcasts because they speak a different language of Japan. There are 5 main islands, and Tokyo, which is Koji's home, is on Honshu. The family structure there is very nuclear. The wife will work, and so will the father. The father will work in business or industry, and the wife will work in farming or at home. We have to cut so much of this, I get so nervous.
Oh.
The family structure is very nuclear. The father will work in business and industry, and the wife will work at home or on a farm. Japanese language has roots in Chinese, but it's its own offshoot, it's its own language. Image in Japan is very important. Koji even said that the fashion is a lot like New York City. One point that's different than the United States is that their divorce rate is much lower, almost a quarter of what it is in America.
In Japanese government, the emperor is the symbol of the state, but has no effective power. And the Japanese parliament consists of the House of Representatives and the House of Councillors, which are elected by the Japanese people. The major religion of Sri Lanka is Buddhism, the pure version of Buddhism. The main religion in Japan is Shintoism, which is a combination of Buddhism and the Chinese folk. Another interesting fact about the Japanese culture, it is located in the 1040 window.
Okay. As Koji mentioned, his dad was born in Sri Lanka, which in Sri Lanka there are 2 main people groups, the Tamils and the Sinhalese. Now because there are 2 main people groups, this country has been ravaged by civil war for hundreds of years. Now Sri Lanka is a small island off the southeast tip of India. Now on this small island, 22 million people live there. That's like over 10 times the population of Arkansas, and it's just like not even as big as Arkansas. It's crazy how many people live in Sri Lanka. So it's probably because of the civil war that Koji's dad moved to Japan, where he met his mother, and then Koji was eventually born in Tokyo. Now in Japan, the Japanese culture really emphasizes success and hard work, just like Koji mentioned. And they're really organized and unified. No one likes to stray from the big pack of the Japanese people. So as a result, there's not nearly as much individualism as in the United States.
Sugar plum, sugar plum, sugar plum. That's all I have.
Good thing I was recording on that one.
I hope so.
But that took so long to decorate.
Like, there are a bunch of things going on with this thing.
Okay, now yours is all on one page.
Wait, hold on. Let's decide.
In Tokyo, which is Kinji's, dang it.
Okay, go.
Japanese language.
Can we please have a bloopers?